rest in peace. But I, dealing with so many, as a jewelry forward studio at that time, that was pretty innovative and different. We started working with so many of different jewelry manufacturers back then. I mean, there wasn't that many back then, but when you stock a lot, you just kind of see a lot. And I will always, like, when I would be buying, I would always think of things like, hey, why don't you do this? Why aren't they doing this? There's this need for that, blah, blah, blah. And so I just started thinking about things that I personally would wear too. I felt like there was not a representation of now deemed masculine jewelry. I think there was a lot of like more feminine quote designs, or just more things that didn't vibe with me personally. So more diversity, I think, was needed. And fast forward, Braindrop started doing organics and started doing some basic shapes and things. And so I got my first taste at some jewelry design, and I started drawing at that point. So I actually started drawing more consistently and being a little bit more like an artist in that way. And then that kind of blossomed into Tether. I kind of just saved all my really good ideas, for myself. So, and yeah, we launched, I decided to kind of retire from piercing 6 years ago. And I launched Tether in 2014. But we didn't really get to APP till 2015. This will be our fifth year. So we're new-ish, but I've been around. Yeah, I've seen a lot.
Mm-hmm. So let's talk about your collections and kind of what you want to share.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just this evolution collection for 2021 is a lot of designs. There's 14 gold designs alone. And every single piece that we produce has a story and has this theme and vibe behind it. However, with the time constraint, I'm not gonna really like go through every single, that's gonna be 24 different stories and whatnot. So I'm just gonna go over them briefly and skipping around, and so bear with me. But feel free to please go on our site because we do take the time and energy to really tell that story and produce the energy and vibe with that piece. Every single listing on our site has the copy of the story. So, but yeah, I'm gonna try to screen share, and we're gonna do a little thing with me. Is that cool?
Yeah.
I'll just talk over our catalog. I'm gonna basically play our catalog, and I'm just gonna talk over. It's a really nice catalog, though. So
your catalogs are always stunning, like stunning every time.
Thank you. That's because it's about the team we have. Someone was mentioning you always have to like have a good team members. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So this is the new collection. Evolution definitely has already a definition behind that name, but we're just kind of exploring the evolution of Tether's dual cornerstone themes of organic and human made. So like the collection kind of reflects the like biomechanical growth and launching oneself into a distorted, sleeker, transformative state into a more complex sphere of existence. I had to read that. Transformation is the one key concept. I'm involved. I am evolving as a designer. The world is evolving. Fashion is evolving, and of course, our industry is evolving as well. So this kind of starts a few cool new concepts, and yeah, I'm excited about it. I really missed APP truly, because this was a really good collection. Tether's really known for clickers. I feel like that we kind of started in that way. So this year we're continuing on our super intricate, tight, neatly detailed cast stainless steel clickers. We have 4 new designs this year, available in rose gold, naked stainless steel, gold, and obsidian black. This cover page is one of my favorites. It's called the Omni. But we'll start with the Quinn. Really cool, neat little designs in there. The negative space of those dots kind of create their own texture, vibe, and pattern. I really like this one. This one's really slim. I think I've kind of stepped into more what is, I think, Tether's subtleties instead of like a bolder, cuffier, chunkier piece. Like how can I, yeah, like how can I evolve into being more subtle, I guess, or more a statement but understated still, or like an everyday wear but still statement, right? So that's kind of my focus for the clickers this year. This one's really cool, a lot of negative space, and just, you know, when you get a lot of space in there, just like it looks really beautiful on. And we have a, yeah, this one's already up, so there's a lot of pictures of this in. I really like how it fits and looks, and you can see light behind it, the arrow. Sorry. So the chasm, I decided to make some conch variants. I did a conch version like way back when, like I think my first collection or second collection. So, you know, conch I feel like is still a heavy hitter for y'all, hopefully. I see a lot of conch piercings being done. So this particular design is also available in 12mm or 1/2 inch inside diameter. So those these look amazing in a conch as well. All of our clickers are available in 8mm 5/16 or 9.5 3/8. Here's the Omni, just really amazing texture, kind of like nuances the matte and shiny together. This one's like really, this one's one of my faves of the clicker collection. But yeah, so that's our clickers.
Is that all the way around, or does that have a flat backside so it's kind of reversible, or?
Yeah, so that design, I don't know how to go backwards on this, but that design is completely flat and high polish on the one side, so it is reversible. So it's like two septum pieces in one.
Yeah, clients love that. It's definitely a bigger value for them to be able to have two options.
Yeah, for sure. You'll notice on some of my other designs from previous collections, you'll see a lot of that. I love that, just to be able to have different looks with the same piece of jewelry. Moving on, I decided to make some more chunky weights this year, just some more heavy, and kind of like branch off into different materials. Like I've always worked in steel. It's stainless steel. 316L is really amazing, and it's basically indestructible and white. But this year I wanted to kind of like really delve into and celebrate copper. I think it's a beautiful, one of Earth's most cherished elements. And you know, what's fascinating is ancient civilizations figured out the antimicrobial properties of copper well before science, well before the concept of even microbes became a thing. I think that's bananas to me, just to like, they just figured it out, like copper just kills bacteria. So I thought that would be what's particularly interesting and beneficial for what's happening now. I think it really hits home just with COVID and stuff. So all of these weights are kind of like clicker weights, but there's just a hinge and it closes. As you know, Tether, I feel like it's our signature thing that we brought into the forefront. And I'm seeing a lot more clickers these days, which is awesome. So these are available in solid copper, brass, and nickel-free white bronze. This one's my absolute favorite. Spent a lot of time the Mobius strip in general is just a fantastical, mathematical, amazing design. I was super influenced by MC Escher as a kid, and I mean, I think who wasn't? It was just amazing. So this is kind of a little bit of nod to that. But you know, my idea with weights is I feel like there's always been like a wearable part. So if you notice in my designs, you can't really see where the ends and begins, and that was the whole idea of came out of Mobius. It's just infinity, just keeps going. And so you kind of see that with all of our weights this year is like, there's no real like wearable blank space. It just kind of all, the design just flows through and is very continuous. So this is the Eon. Next one's the Stargate. So I actually collabed with my dear friend Derek last year, and we entered in a collaborative piece for the, I'm brain farting right now. So this was the base like concept, and he went in and just embellished. Yeah, and this one's cool. It has holes and shiny surfaces too, so it gives a lot of good negative space. Again, you can't really tell where the beginning and end is, and again, that's kind of the idea. Sorry, Derek is the founder and creator of Regalia, so we collabed last year. Again, so when you're using hollow forms, I also wanted to really emphasize that well, I had reconstruction in my ears, but when I wore weights, I didn't really like super heavy stuff. So I always kind of bear that in mind when I make weights. And that's kind of part of the process too, is like, if you just make it hollow, hey, there shaves off some weight. So that was the kind of idea also with the Stargate. These look amazing in too.
I love that.
And
design.
then, thanks, man. Pyramids, triangles. Who doesn't love triangles? Look at Jewelry Display's vendor Splendor background right now. It's just everywhere. They're everywhere. Big ups to the triangle. So again, just messing with texture and just kind of continuing the design, and just you know, playing with little cuts and little tweaks with light. And these are really cool on too. They look amazing.
I like them.
And what's beneficial with using these native metals is we were able to keep these at a really reasonable price point. And that's kind of what I also wanted to pass on to, is like, I think these retail at $135 a pair, I think. I'm sorry, I got to check the price, but somewhere around that. And like, you know, again, it was really cool thinking in this way outside of stainless steel. So they're like not plated. This is just raw copper, raw brass.
That's awesome.
So if you feel free to, everybody's got a polishing rag these days, I feel like. So yeah, or just let them oxidize. It's super beautiful too. I love that kind of chemical reaction that happens with oxygen. Just leave it natural. Cool. Should I stop talking and let you guys ask questions?
No, you were doing great.
I really enjoyed the weights that were like morphing and they just kept repetitive, making a shape.
Yeah, the
Super
Mobius,
awesome.
dude, it's super trippy. They're really cool in too. You can just kind of spin them and wear them different ways.
The one thing I like, Paul, about Tether is the textures, and then the organic feel you always give with the different shapes and everything is really awesome.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I always wanted to design in a way where you can just, you don't necessarily need gemstones. It's the shape and the structure.
Oh, the one big thing I like about your company is, I don't know if you remember me when I was
yeah, of course I do.
yeah,
Road salesman.
you had come to my studio. You fit me into your schedule. You were on the road, and you had happened to just you were in between studios and happened to drop by to just show me your first, like, I think it was like 2015, 2016.
Yeah, I remember. It was my first time in the Midwest.
Yeah.
Corn everywhere.
Yeah, it's just flat and nothing to see. That's why I'm here now. But yeah, and it definitely reflects in the jewelry that you carry and the jewelry you make, and I really appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's move on to 14 karat gold, because that is a big time seller for a lot of people. Oh, there's one more picture of everything. This was a really cool styled product shot. This photographer is amazing. I can tag her, Elena. So 14 karat, like, I really wanted to go balls out, and really try to produce more, also smaller, also more variety in my way. All of our 14 karat ends are wholesale only and available exclusively through stockists, and it'll continue being that way. So I'm super proud to also say that all of our 14 karat threadless gold ends are 100% certified recycled gold. So I want to continue being committed to building more products using non-mining supply chains, and inspiring other makers to do so as well. And I think there's a lot of resources out there to get recycled materials, and I think it's a really good thing. All of our ends feature pins made from implant grade ASTMF 138 stainless, made by Intrinsic Body Jewelry in San Francisco. Wick is an old friend of mine. Braindrops was one of his first clients. Shout out to Wickert. And the pin is laser welded for strength. So, and it also comes, all of our 14 karat ends come with 14 karat ends come with a lifetime warranty.
Awesome.
Yep. So I split these into 3 design series. So the first one is the Zeta series, and Zeta series are all smaller. They're like 3, 3.5, and 4 millimeter max, very low profile. Again, we're kind of touching on that shiny texture vibe. You know, when you go this small, honestly though, you like can't really do that much. There's just not enough physical space. I wish technology would be where my brain is, and then we can produce just 3D. I mean, Brian, you probably know, just high resolution, let's just get more high resolution and just get crazy. I'm waiting, I'm ready. So we'll see.
That's
maybe
2 of us.
I know, maybe you and I we'll just do it ourselves. We'll create it. I don't know.
All right, let's
Anyway,
do it.
all of our, so yeah, the Zeta look really good with just that whole pairing and cluster piercing ear stuff and all of the ear curation that we're doing, and that everyone's really stoked on. So this one kind of has, I like the concentric circles, and I have one, the Zeta 6 has concentric. Here, can you see my little pointer? Here, I'll use my mouse. This one's cool, triangle, again, triangles are powerful. This one was kind of, I want to create basically gemstones with using gold instead, and so you're kind of just creating that mill grain and just like a beautiful mirror finish shape. Kind of gives a lot of like emphasis on the light reflection. So Kappa series is all 5 millimeter. I feel like 5 millimeter is that really good balanced size that looks, it's like a good like single piece, but you can accent with it. So I really want to emphasize that size. So Kappa is that way, and I use a little bit more negative space. You can kind of see these really cool spaces, and just kind of again using texture and shine to kind of just pull the beauty out of just the shape and the form, like so, like this. And then Theta is our larger stuff, big boys, big beings. I would say they can be, some of these are up to, I think, yeah, 30 to 33. This one's a 66. This is like 10 mil long, but they're pretty narrow. But again, you know, they're on the laser welded pin. They're really strong. But I really love this, again, high polish juxtaposition with texture. And again, you see that a lot in my design. I really like the squiggly one.
Yeah.
Theta 33. And again, available in white, yellow, and rose. And I have a video of our next series, and I'd like you guys to play it. It's Sigma series, and these are all side mounted. And we know how y'all are doing a bunch of nipple piercings and a bunch of bridge piercings. So if you can play that for me, I think I was just supposed to cue it.
Very excited to continue our side mount collection. This year decided to go a little bit more lower profile and smaller for comfort in mind. And this fits any side mount orientation barbell, aka nipple jewelry, but can be worn also in an industrial, also eyebrow, also navel. This is the Sigma 9. And that base measures 3.5 by 4 millimeters, and the total length is 4.5, and it fans out to about 6.5 mil. Beautiful piece. This is the Sigma 3. Who doesn't like honeycomb? Very low profile, very lightweight, very comfy. That base measures 3.5 by 5 millimeters tall. And the overall length is 5 mil. This would look excellent in nipple piercings. This is the Sigma 1. Again, nice and low profile and lightweight. Cool negative space. The base also measures 3.5 by 5 millimeters, and the overall length is 5 millimeters. It's got a very cool arc to it, bullet kind of, and this is going to be super comfortable in any of those piercings.
All right, we're back. We also released some modern hoops as well. Modern hoops are our earring category, and all of our modern hoop earrings feature a sterling silver wire that's half hard tempered, so they're really springy, and that really benefits the closure of them. And the bodies are cast in brass, and they're all plated in gold, rose, and silver. This one's a beautiful piece, very inspired by Art Deco, and you can read the sci-fi nod there too. But our closures the clasp design is really simple. It's just like a through hoop wire earring design, but I've just noticed that they're just the most secure, man. They'll pendulate really well, and then if you pull on them, they don't come loose. And so they just like the little end goes through the loop, boom, done, and you kind of know your jewelry's there and safe. So this one's the Estelle.
I love
The lumen.
the detail that you put into the designs, not only just in their aesthetics, but in the functionality, you know, and making sure that like the part that goes through the ear is actually going to stay there, because it's been a problem with a lot of jewelry that we've had.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's just things that in my history that when I purchased, and just like even outside of body jewelry, like, you know, as a designer, you're constantly looking at jewelry and touching jewelry, well, pre-COVID.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, I'm always super interested in like locket closures and hinges and clasps and little claws for necklaces. And yeah, and like on a side note, like I'm, you know, new on, now it's not Hush, I'm working with magnets, and so I'll have some new
How do
designs.
those work?
You'll have to wait and see. It's a secret. But I have some new.
I heard it was miracles.
Oh, how do magnets work in general?
Yeah. Never mind.
Anyways,
Yeah,
next. The lumen is a little smaller. This is more of a medium size. It's about 1.5 inches total height, and just really clean. Really good for active everyday wear. Most like it's not too showy, but showy enough. Again, it's that kind of balance with that moderate fashion. Celine, super moon crescent vibes too, and yeah, like this one's really popular. Where we actually sold out and we got a restock. So restock's coming soon. Check website. Right now we do have all of our clickers and weights in stock, ready to ship now. 14 karat gold ends are made to order, so they're around the 6 to 8 week mark. But yeah, and I'm really excited. That ends my slideshow presentation. So let me stop the share. Hey, I'm really excited for some new stuff. I was talking about some magnets, but we are actually delving into gem set gold ends.
Ooh.
Yes, I'm excited about that. That's going to be coming very soon, as well as everybody's been wanting it. Hell has frozen over, but Tether is going to release 16 gauge clickers. Dun, dun, dun. Whoa. Thank you. Yeah, so
No, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hold on, I got this.
No rap horn?
Oh, sorry.
There we go.
There it is. That's my fave. And so that actually should be in stock very soon, and only in select designs. We're slowly kind of implementing that. It's just yeah, it's slow. We're definitely trucking along. We're trying to survive, and it's been tough. It's been tough for everybody, but we appreciate the support already that's come in. And yeah, shout out to Eleni, my #1. She's amazing. and my business partner, amazing. We have a bunch of other part-time people, and not a bunch, but a few other people that I really appreciate them kind of throwing down for us. And yeah, everybody is just like cogs in the machine, and we'll get through this. I feel like we just got to survive, and come May, hopefully we'll be okay.
I think it'll, no matter what happens in the world, I feel like people still want to take care of themselves. They still want to adorn themselves with things, and they still want to have things that make them happy. And I feel like jewelry is one of those things that's really timeless, and it's shown the test of time. No matter if a world war is going on or anything like that, like jewelry is still being created, it's still being purchased by the public. And so when we reopened after the our lockdown here, we've been busier than ever.
Amazing.
We might be busier than we were before we had to shut down. So it's it just goes to show, like, people still love this. They still like doing nice things for themselves and getting nice things for themselves.
Yeah, no, I hear that. I think self-care is really like emphasized now. Even if someone didn't appreciate it before, they're really trying to spoil themselves a little more. Life is precious, family is precious. Just emote, enjoy, express yourself. Yeah, I've been hearing that y'all, a lot of shops are even more busy or just really slammed, and it's been amazing, even with the new format of appointment only. But
I've also noticed, because due to our restrictions and what we have, we're able to spend more time with our clients individually, because obviously you can't let everyone into the studio with them.
Right.
But like you said, self-care is important. I had a client in the other day that she was having a bad week and was like, I'm going to just buy something nice for myself and to start my week over. And we were able to pick out a really nice piece of jewelry and get it, install it for her. So
Rad.
we'll get through. One team, one dream, as I always say.
Yeah. Coined. Meme. No.
Yeah.
Tag.
Yeah.
Any last questions? I think our time's up, right?
I loved you joining us. Thank you so much for sharing your new collection with us. For everybody, it's tetherjewelry.com.
Yeah, so check us out at tetherjewelry.com, TETHERJEWELRY, and then Instagram at Tether Jewelry. And yeah.
No TikTok?
No TikTok. Oh, we do have some amazing discounts and sales coming very soon for this thing. So check out all wholesale discounts, retail discounts, all of it. It's our first time really doing the sale thing. So please go shopping, give yourself some love, support, love your shop, love yourself. Peace out.
Thank you so much for joining us, Paul. Have a good
You're
day.
welcome. Good night.
See you later.